Ian, it's lovely to see you again at Anuga Food Tech, and 3 years hence since I think the launch of the Cibus range.
Absolutely, it's a delight to be here and lovely to meet you again, Claire.
Brilliant, and I think you've got some new research as well that you've been holding close to your chest until now.
We have indeed. We continue to work very hard on investments in both the brand and in the technology that the brand embodies, and we're delighted at Anuga to be able to announce that I think for the first time we're introducing energy efficiency benefits into our Mobil SHC line of food safe lubricants. So it's a huge opportunity for our existing customers and potential new customers to not only reduce their costs by reducing the fuel that they consume, but also to do a little bit in terms of contributing to environmental care, because anytime electrical power is produced, usually carbon dioxide emissions result, and so there's a little side benefit there of reducing potential for greenhouse gases.
That is really superb, and actually perhaps you could tell us about the Cibus range in the beginning, because they are food safe. You have done a lot of research on ensuring the food safety and quality behind them, and now you have this additional benefit. So what is it exactly that is if you could explain a little more about that?
Absolutely. We've been in the lubricants business for more than 100 years, and we've always been at the leading edge with technological innovation. When we do market research, we find that our customers tell us that they view the Mobil brand as standing for performance, innovation and expertise, and we try to roll all of these into the Mobil SHC Cibus line. So, we took all of the excellence that we've achieved in lubrication, and really we added to that the food safe dimension to make Cibus specifically referenced for the food and beverage industry. And if you like, having established that baseline, we're now working on continuous improvement. We find that much as our customers like to produce food, they also need to do it in a way that is safe, in a way that is cost effective, in a way that doesn't trouble the environment and the communities in which they operate. And remarkably, lubrication can contribute to all of these quite a lot. So with Cibus, our goal, in addition to providing the reassurance that food-safe lubricants provide, is to help our customers to be more productive, more cost-effective, to have their employees operate in a safer way. Cibus lasts much longer than conventional mineral lubricants. And that means that operators need to touch hot, dangerous equipment much less frequently. And so less touch means much less exposure to risk. So a potentially safer working environment for the employees. And then of course there is the dimension of being a good neighbour. Not everyone likes to find that a plant nearby is producing a lot of gaseous emissions, and energy efficiency, in addition to reducing costs, also contributes to gaseous emissions management. So all kinds of things going on.
And how does the Cibus range work into the waste and cleaning, and it's purer, so
the primary contribution that Mobil SHC Cibus makes to waste reduction is because of the fact that it can extend usage much beyond a conventional lubricant. So it can certainly last for twice the normal expectation of a mineral oil, and in some applications I know that it's being used for rather longer than that. And of course, doubling the length of usage means that you're halving the amount of waste that you produce and need to dispose of. So a significant benefit there for the customer.
That is terrific. And in terms of testing the performance of Cibus and obtaining these new energy statistics.
Yes.
Where did you carry out that research and in what kind of plants?
It's a great question and a very important question, Claire, because lots of people claim energy efficiency benefits for one thing or another, and it's very important indeed that energy efficiency documentation is done on a very controlled, reliable, statistically sound basis. So we don't try to do it right away in our customers' plants. We start in our laboratory at Paulsboro in New Jersey in the United States. The whole thing starts with the formulation of the oil. We know which components are likely to be helpful in terms of producing a more energy efficient lubricant, and we know which components are likely to be potentially damaging in terms of the energy efficiency of the final lubricant. So we carefully select the ingredients, we combine them, and then we begin to set up well-controlled documentation of lubricant number 1, conventional mineral oil, versus lubricant number 2, the synthetic Mobil SHC lubricant. So, establishing a very firm scientific baseline for measuring the energy efficiency characteristics of one lubricant or another is extremely important. So, for example, if you were to run tests externally when the sun was shining, and the next day run exactly the same test when it was rather cold outside, the ambient conditions would dramatically influence the energy efficiency benefits that you saw from the lubricant under test and give misleading results. So we do it in a very scientific, controlled sense at our research laboratory. We set up, in the case of the claims that we're making, a worm gear test rig where we test lubricants side by side in a very well-controlled and prescribed test procedure and measure the electrical power consumed one versus the other when the gearbox is driving a piece of equipment. And in that well-controlled laboratory setting, we develop a whole set of data which enables us to make the claim of up to 3.6% energy efficiency benefit, which we can then discuss with our customers. Customers will often some will take our claim at face value and say, excellent, very happy with that, we'd like to go off and achieve that benefit that you're describing. Others would like to work with us to be sure that on their premises we're actually seeing the same order of magnitude benefit that we were able to demonstrate in the laboratory. Not everyone will see exactly the same level of benefit. Some will see less, some will see more, but on the average, our expectation is that in the order of 3+% is what customers will enjoy.
And I believe the customers have fed back to you already actually higher achievements.
Absolutely, they have.
What's been recorded in the lab.
Yes, and they're delighted by that when that happens. We can't therefore go off and claim, woohoo, customers are achieving much better results than we expected, because we're not responsible for documenting and developing and making absolutely sure that the basis for the claim is sound. And we're extremely cautious that we don't want to be making claims that we can't associate ourselves with. But we're delighted when our customers are delighted, obviously. And the customers, it's often the customer's engineering team who are documenting these energy savings benefits and coming back and saying, this is great, we're really measuring a benefit which is not only reducing our costs, but which is making us a better neighbour to boot. A lot of our customers are speaking to us these days about sustainability, and we're finding that they don't always talk in exactly the same way about sustainability as we do. When we have sustainability in mind, we have the dimension of economics, the dimension of the environment, and the social dimension all in mind. And it's great to think that Mobil SHC Cibus can contribute to the economic benefit by improving productivity, to the environmental benefit by contributing to emissions reduction, and to the social benefit by improving worker safety in the workplace. And that's a message which resonates extremely well with food manufacturing customers who are working with us on Mobil SHC Cibus today.
Fantastic. Where have you seen greatest uptake already? In which regions and perhaps which sectors, if you can?
You know, here we are in Central Europe, and the Central Europe customer really values the food safety and high performance aspect of Mobil SHC Cibus. So when we were able to come along and start talking to that customer group about energy efficiency benefits resulting directly from the use of the product, they were just delighted, because the Central Europe has been very much a green leader, and I mean that in the most positive way. Very focused on cost reduction, very focused on gaseous emissions reduction, and great proponents of a more sustainable lifestyle. So the fact that we've been able to really help them deliver that level of performance via our lubricant has been fantastic.